Try this simple trick and watch as people bow down to your presence. Most people walk into a room and go completely unnoticed. Their presence is feeble, their energy easily forgotten. They blend into the background like indistinct shadows in a sea of noise, barely registering in the minds of others. They speak, but their words carry no weight. They act, but their gestures lack impact. They exist, yet they fail to command. Then, however, there are those who, upon entering, completely change the atmosphere. Eyes fix on them, conversations halt, and even strangers can sense their presence. It is a silent force, a magnetic presence that demands attention. It is not about arrogance or aggression, but pure, undeniable power. Respect is granted even before they utter a word. So what is the secret? One single gesture. Do it at least once, and you'll notice how people's attitudes toward you change forever. The harsh truth is this: society respects strength, not weakness. No one honors the weak. We live in a world where silent hierarchies, dominance, submission, leadership, and followership are established in an instant. Most people remain unaware that they are constantly being evaluated and sorted into invisible categories in just seconds. This happens in business meetings, social settings, relationships, everywhere. You might think that people judge you based on what you say, but in reality, they judge how you say it, how you move, how you carry yourself. If you speak too fast, hesitate, or try too desperately to impress, you're done for. Subconsciously, people label you as inferior, and once that label is affixed, it is nearly impossible to shake. It's over before the conversation even begins. And that's why some command respect the moment they step through the door, while others struggle to be noticed. It has nothing to do with luck or innate charisma. It all comes down to perception, and perception can be controlled if you master the right techniques. Imagine if I told you that merely changing one aspect of your body language could instantly flip the power dynamic, forcing others to respect you without you having to say a word. The secret lies in the power of the pause, in the ability to command time. During a conversation, weak men rush to fill the silence. They speak quickly, fearing they might be ignored, stammering in search of approval, their voices rising at the end of sentences as if pleading for validation. Instead of exuding authority, they try too hard and, in doing so, diminish themselves. Powerful men, on the other hand, know how to pause and let silence do its work, forcing their interlocutors to wait, to anticipate, to respect. This is not just a trick, but a weapon that leaders, CEOs, and high-status men have honed over the centuries. Just think of the most influential men in history, in business, or even in films. They don't rush, they don't fidget, they don't fill silence with unnecessary words. Instead, they create an aura of control, an atmosphere dominated by power. When someone asks you a question, don't answer immediately. Pause. Let the silence stretch, making the other person slightly uncomfortable. Maintain eye contact, feel the weight of their expectations, then speak slowly and decisively. Watch how they lean in, how they shift in their seats, how the energy in the room subtly bends in your favor. It is not an illusion. It is human psychology at its finest. In nature, the most dominant creature is never the loudest. The lion does not roar before the hunt, but moves silently, calculatingly, waiting for the perfect moment. The alpha of a pack does not need to announce his supremacy. It is self-evident. True leaders do not chase attention. They command it. Power manifests gradually and takes time. Consider the most powerful people, whether in real life or in films. They all share the same trait. Calm and control. They do not rush. They pause. They make others wait, creating a tension that in turn gives them strength. Pausing sends a signal. I'm not desperate for your attention. I control the pace, and that instinctively garners respect. That is why successful men do not chase attention. They demand it, set the pace, and the world follows. This technique is not merely a psychological trick, it is deeply rooted in human behavior. Silence makes people uncomfortable because our brains are wired to avoid uncertainty, and a well-timed pause creates that very uncertainty, forcing people to focus on you, to anticipate your next words. We attribute greater value to things that are rare or hard to obtain. When you speak less, but with greater impact, your words automatically carry more value. The less you seek approval, the more you receive it. Most people speak quickly, stumble, and rush. In contrast, slowing down makes you stand out. Your presence becomes more noticeable, your voice more authoritative, and your words carry more weight. Those who speak rapidly tend to appear nervous or insecure, while a slow, deliberate speech conveys confidence, intelligence, and self-assurance, subtly communicating, I am in control. Here's how to apply it. The next time you find yourself in a conversation, whether with a friend, a stranger, or someone influential, when you are asked a question, pause for 2 seconds. Don't move. Don't look away. Hold the silence, then respond slowly, with decisiveness and authority. Notice how they react. Observe how they shift in their seats, how their eyes remain fixed on you, how their energy adjusts to yours. Do this once, and you will notice the difference immediately. Repeat this daily, and you will never be treated the same way again. Most people will ignore this advice, continuing to speak hastily, seeking approval, chasing attention, and thus remaining invisible. But those who master the pause rise above the noise. They command the room and impose respect. The choice is yours. Try this trick today and leave a comment. Did you notice the change? Power is not given. It must be earned, conquered. Those who learn the unspoken rules of dominance rise above the weak, the forgotten, those who fade into the background. It is in every word you speak, in every gesture you make, in the energy you exude. He who masters himself masters everything. The next time you enter a room, ask yourself, are you an unstoppable force, or are you fading into the noise? The pause is not merely silence. It represents strength, a weapon, an unequivocal signal of control. Those who master it conquer the world. So try this approach in your next conversation. When you feel the shift, when you see the reaction, when you notice the power, you'll never go back.